everyone, Joy over here. Thanks for watching this video. And today we're gonna be, doing that Hatha flow all levels. And this practice, it's focused on building some heat. So we're gonna be focusing, head to toe. It's been cold here in Austin. I feel a little stiff, so we're just gonna be moving, the entire body, building some heat, getting the heart rate up a little bit. So I hope you enjoyed. Let's get started at the top of our mats. So you can spread your toes and step your feet roughly hip width distance. So make sure the outer edges of your feet are parallel to the outer edges of your mat. Soft bend on the knees and make sure you engage through the quads here. So feel the kneecaps lifting, draw the navel towards the spine. Now inhale. Draw the shoulders up towards your ears. Exhale, release. Again, inhale. Exhale. Last one. Big breath in. Big breath out. Now inhale, sweep the arms. Exhale, you can either draw the hands to the heart or do a little swan dive here. Make sure the heart's leading the way. Bend your knees a little bit and fold. Take an inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to release. Press through the feet with a flat back. Inhale. Reverse swan. Exhale, hands to the heart center. Now, we're going to do this 3 more times, and I want y'all to breathe in and out through the nose, okay? So we're going to keep that heat and that energy inside the body. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in, lengthen. Breathe out, fold. 2 more times, follow the breath. Always moving with intention. Big breath in. And a very slow breath out. Final one, root to rise. Draw the energy to the heart center. Breathe in, stretch. Breathe out, fold. This time, inhale, look up and lengthen. Exhale, step back to your plank. Keep exhaling. Lower down. Remember, the knees can come to the floor first, friends. Just a gentle back bend, a cobra. And release. Take a child's pose. Lengthen through the spine. And then downward dog. Take a moment here in your very first downward dog to paddle the feet a little bit. Shake the head yes and no. Take note of the back of the legs. Start to make your way towards the top of your mat. Breathe in and breathe out. And rise. Urdhva-hastasana. Exhale. Fold Uttanasana. Breathe in. Breathe out, step back. Notice if you keep stepping the same foot first. Let's take a little spider cobra, so fingertips on the floor. Big breath in. Lengthen the neck. Feel that I stretch through the front body here. Child's pose. Downward dog. Take 3 breaths here. Always remember to let the breath set the rhythm for you. Make your way to the top of the mat. We're going to do 2 more rounds here of this sun salutation A. Halfway lift, breathe in and breathe out. Rise. Inhale. Fold, exhale. Again, breathe in. As you breathe out, plant your hands, step or jump, whatever feels good. As you take another breath in, go into your back bend. As you start to exhale, find downward dog. Appreciate the pause, right? Take the opportunity to reset. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Breathe in. Breathe out, last one. Inhale. Exhale. Find a resting pose for 3 breaths. Whether you want a downward dog or child's pose, or maybe even sit on your heels in a little meditation seat here. Just taking note of that breath. Then plant your hands. Travel to the top of your mat. And rise. All right, friends, this was Sun Salutation A. We're gonna move on to Sun B. So it's definitely gonna get, hot. You're gonna feel that heat to the tapas, that's what we call in yoga, working, being activated. So we start always with our chair pose. You do have the option to do with your feet touching or feet hip width distance. Remember, if you touch your big toes, make sure that your knees are squeezing together as well. Otherwise, if your feet are hip width, your knees are also hip width, just not in between. All right, let's sit nice and low. Make sure you add volume and texture to the breath. The weight should be on your heels. You should be able to see all 10 toes here. Exhale, fold. Breathe in, lengthen. And breathe out. Plant your hands, step or jump. Take that flow. Always feel free to skip if you're feeling tired. We meet in downward dog. You're gonna step your right foot forward between your hands. Make sure your knees over ankle. Plant that left ankle down. Inhale, rise, warrior one. So here, we're gonna spend some time in this very first warrior one so we can refine the pose, right? So remember, the idea is to have the hips nice and squared here so the hip points face forward. You can always walk that front foot a little bit wider. The left foot is about 45-degree angle. That may not work for you. Notice how your knee feels. Energy through the arms, brighten the fingers, maybe even cactus your arms if you feel tension on the top of the shoulders. And exhale. Step back plank. You can flow or skip, my friends. You can hang here in downward dog. Whether, you have wrist injury, shoulders, low back. So be mindful. Try not to hit that autopilot button, right? You don't have to take every single flow. Step your left foot, plant your right heel, inhale, exhale. 2 more times. Breathe in. As you breathe out, frame that left foot. And maybe you flow this time around or you skip. You can take cobra or upward dog. Bend your knees, look forward. Make your way to the top of the mat. Inhale. Exhale. Sit low. Chair pose. Utkatasana. Hands to the heart. Press through the feet to stand. Samastitihi. You're going to do this 2 more times. Now, the intention is to do 1 breath per pose. See if you can do that, but that's why we breathe for 4 to 6 count, right? So we want to keep that breath nice and long. So trust yourself, follow your breath. All right, sit low. Breathe in, lengthen. Breathe out, flow. As you inhale, raise your right leg. Step the right foot forward. On your next breath in, rise. As you start to exhale, plant your hands. Take that flow, or you can even hold into a plank pose here. And we're gonna take that downward dog. Breathe in. And breathe out. Inhale. Exhale. Again, make sure you can always hear those inhales and exhales. Pause here. Check in with yourself. Remember, this is meditation in motion. Travel. Big breath in. Slow breath out. Sit low. Final one. I'm definitely warm already, friends. Breathe in. And breathe out. Create space. Take your flow or find that downward dog. Right leg high. Remember to finish the breath cycle. Inhale. Look up and lengthen. Exhale. Frame your foot. Plank or flow. Downward dog. Breathe your left leg to the sky. Exhale, plant your foot. Inhale to rise. Exhale to flow. We're gonna make our way to the top of the mat. Breathe in and breathe out. Sit low. Exhale to stand. Very nice. So I hope that, you're breathing, moving with intention, trying to enjoy yourself on your mat. I know it's not always easy. Some days are a little bit more challenging, And others, some days we're just like, okay, this feels great. And some days it's just, really hard to get to the mat. I know because, that happens to me. Trust me, many times. All right, let's do a little standing balancing pose here. So we're gonna just add a little bit of twist and hip work. So we're gonna raise that left knee about hip height. Now take your right hand to that leg, reach your arm behind you. Stay nice and tall. Find a focal point. Reconnect to the breath. And slowly, you're gonna open that knee out to the side. You're gonna do that figure four. Maybe this is already enough for you. Otherwise, you can probably hear the hip bopping. Sit into the imaginary chair. Just breathing into the outer hip a little bit. One more time. You're gonna slowly come up, cross that leg over, right? So now you have roughly your feet hip width apart. We're gonna lace the fingers behind our backs. Puff the chest, loop the shoulders back and down, and then we're gonna fold. So you're definitely gonna be feeling the back and side of your legs here. We're also gonna feel a stretch into the low back, taking the knuckles away from the spine. Relax the toes. One more time. Take your hands to the hips, tone the belly, flat back, come all the way up. Shake it out. Just let go. All right. We're gonna go right into the other side. So transferring the weight to that left leg, lift your right knee about hip height. You're gonna twist to the right. Think of continue to press that foot, toning that standing leg. Reach the crown of the head towards the ceiling. Relax the shoulders. You're probably like, wow, that's a lot, Joy. I know. Come back to center. We're gonna take that figure four. Sit low here. And remember, if the balance is not there today, friends, use the wall, use a chair. One more time. And you're gonna slowly come up. Now slide that right leg in front again. Roughly, feet parallel to each other. Let's open the shoulders a little bit more so you can switch that grip behind your back the way that probably you need to think about it. Breathe in and breathe out. Allow that torso to drape over the legs, everything to relax here. Notice the urge to grip, to resist the stretch. Hands to your hips. Inhale, come all the way up. And exhale, let go. That felt nice. Yesterday was like 39 degrees in Austin and I was so stiff. I do not like the cold. Today is a little bit better. I'm actually recording this class in Galveston so I can see the ocean, but it's so windy that I can't be outside because I will freeze. And inhale, reach up. Exhale. Big breath in. Big breath out, step back. Take your left knee to the ground. Reach the right arm up. So we're gonna move into a variation of sun salutation C here. So we're gonna get a little bit more into the hips. Now, reach your arms up. So we're in that low lunge. So you're gonna feel that nice stretch in the front of that left hip. All right. I want y'all to grab your elbows with opposite hands behind your back so we can keep the chest nice and lifted here. Now, for those of you that are super flexible, make sure you're not just hanging here, right? You want to engage everything. Press that right foot, feel the hamstring engaging, the belly's nice and strong. Slowly release. Just step back to your downward dog. I'm gonna go right into the left side. Raise that left foot, not foot, friends, left hand. Feel the chest open. Frame that left foot and sweep your arms up. You can grab the elbows, you can even lace the fingers behind your head. But again, we just want to keep everything nice and long. One more time. Frame the left foot. Now you can step back into the plank and flow, or you can just go straight in downward dog. Lately, I've been feeling the less, need of flowing just so I can preserve my energy. Bend your knees, look forward. We're gonna travel. Big breath in. Slow breath out. Inhale to rise. Exhale, open to the right. Come back to center, to the left. Breathe in. Find a diver's pose here for me. So lift your heels. Keep your torso nice and long. Gaze down towards the floor right in front of you. Sit low, chair. Exhale, fold. We're gonna breathe in, lengthen. Breathe out, step your right foot back. So we're gonna start on the other side. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. Oh. Now hook your thumbs here and see if you can get your biceps by your ears or even behind. Look up and lengthen. Frame that front foot. Now peel the hips back here for a little bit of a runner's stretch or Ardha Hanumanasana. Creating a little bit of space in the back of the leg, the low back. I definitely feel this in my low back more today. I spent a few hours sitting in the car, which my body does not like it. So if you spend a lot of time sitting in front of a computer or driving, even if all you have is 10 minutes to move your body, see if you can do that. Rebend your knee. We're gonna go into that downward dog. Step your right foot forward. Raise that right hand. Frame your foot. Sweep your arms. Hold those thumbs. Make sure you're not collapsing into the hips and the low back, right? You don't want anything crunching here. One more. Frame your right foot. We're gonna shift the hips back, extending that right leg. Take your moment here. Take your time. You know what the pose is supposed to look like, and now just see if you can, be aware, pay more attention to what it feels like. Right? Sometimes we get so caught up in that external shape of the perfect alignment, and we forget to breathe and to simply allow, right, the stretch to happen, allow our bodies to relax into the shape. That's the intention, right? To quiet the mind and just feel whatever it is that we need to feel. All right, rebend your right knee. Move like you. Flow or not. We meet in downward dog. Bend your knees, look forward. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale one more time, fold. Inhale to rise. Exhale, cactus your arms here. Press the hips forward. Breathe in. Breathe out, open twist. Make sure the hips are not following you, right? So my hips are still facing forward. Come back to center and to the other side. Breathe in. Diverse pose. Lift your hips, lift that tailbone. Tone that belly. Sit low. Exhale. I'm gonna do this one more time. Step that left foot back. Raise your right arm. Let's take a quad stretch here. So grabbing that right foot, ankle, maybe use a strap or a towel. Make sure that left shoulder is not coming all the way up to your ear. So just building a little bit more here. Slowly release. We're gonna go straight into that runner stretch. If you need a little bit more this time around, slide that right foot forward. We're gonna rebend our right knee, go into a pyramid pose, two straight legs. All right, we're gonna try something different today. So you're gonna walk your hands to the right. Keep your feet as wide as they are right now and walk your hands here. So you're sort of creating still like a triangle shape. So you're on the outer edge of your feet. Now we're gonna sit in between the feet. Coming into a Gomukhasana. Yeah. So whatever way that makes sense for you to get there, my friends, that's totally cool. All right, so if you notice that you're favoring one sit bone more than the other, I encourage you to use a blanket, a towel, or a block if you have one. All right, now point the right elbow to the ceiling, left elbow down. If your fingertips don't touch behind your back, just take your left hand to your right elbow. Make sure you're not tucking your chin. Sit tall here. One more. And release. You're gonna take your right hand to the floor. Reach your left arm up and over your ear, adding a little side stretch here. And slowly release. You're just gonna uncross the legs, maybe windshield wipe a little bit. Now, we're just gonna take the hands to the other side. So go into a downward dog. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out. We're gonna step our left foot forward. Take the knee down. Open twist. On your exhale, reach your fingertips back. Bend that right knee. Sometimes shifting the hips all the way back to catch is a little bit easier. One more. Slowly release. Frame that front foot. Just go straight into your runner's stretch. And remember, friends, it doesn't have to be complicated. It doesn't have to be fancy, right? It's not about twisting like a pretzel or being upside down, right? Doing handstands or headstands. Yoga can be so wonderful in so many simple, different ways. It's just a matter of really carving that time, right, for self-care. Some days my yoga is simply being in a child's pose, working, doing like a walking meditation or focusing on my breath. But it does work. All right, rebend that front knee. I'm gonna go into 2 straight legs. Pyramid pose. Keep those hips nice and squared. Relax your toes. Make sure you're not gripping anything here. 2 more. Start to walk your hands to the left and start to turn your toes with you, right? So you're gonna roll towards the outer edges of your feet. You're gonna feel this into the IT band, the back of the leg. Maybe your hands are on your blocks here if the floor seems far away for you. And then we're gonna come to sit. So you're stacking your knees, sitting in between your feet, flex your toes. Maybe just fully arrive into the pose. So on my left side is definitely a struggle for me here. This feels pretty intense. You can add the arms, right? So your left elbow reaches up. You sit nice and tall. Release your left hand to the floor. Let's add the side stretch. and slowly release. All right. Relax the legs. And we're gonna start to cool down. So I hope you had a good opportunity here. If you want to take one last flow, you can do that. Otherwise, just find a seated position here. So before we start to really slow down, we're just gonna do a series of repetition here in reverse tabletop or altar pose, going into Paschimottanasana, all right? So hands come behind your back, about shoulder width or a little bit wider. Your feet hip width. First, engage the belly. Stack your knees over the ankles and lift. So squeeze your glutes here. You can gaze up or gaze back. So this is challenging still. You're gonna feel those arms fire up a little bit, those hamstrings, and release. Now extend the legs. You can rock the hips back. Take a breath in and breath out, fold. So your hands are gonna maybe pause right here at your shins, maybe closer to the ankles or all the way into your feet, but watch so you're not rounding like a turtle, right, in order to make that happen. This is not good. This is much better, all right? So less is more. You can bend your knees generously here. You can also use your props. And release. We're gonna do one more time. Inhale, exhale. One more time, keep pressing through the hands and feet. Exhale. Extend the legs, breathe in and breathe out. Fold deeply here, my friends. Continue to relax the shoulders away from your ears. Final one. And release. All right, good work. So we're gonna do a seated twist. So cross your left leg over the right. Your ankle is roughly in line with the knees. Make sure you're not hugging that foot all the way in, right? Flex your toes, left hand behind your back, hook the right elbow, shift your gaze back. So use your inhales to lift, exhale, twist. Again, breathe in and breathe out. One more. And release. Take a little, a little counter twist. That scared me. And release. This is what yoga looks like in real life, right? This is no professional recording studio, no editing. Take that right hand behind your back. Hook that left elbow. Follow the breath. Slowly release, take that counter twist. And now just cross your legs, sit tall here. Maybe sitting on the blanket or a block. You can rest your hands on your knees. Exhale, tuck your chin. One more breath in. Slow breath out. Start to draw the left ear towards your left shoulder. Maybe you add your hand to your head for a little extra. Mindfully draw your chin back toward your chest and switch. Now breathing into the left side from the left shoulder all the way into that left ear. Slowly release. Bring your chin back towards the chest. Shift your gaze to neutral and then up. Come back to center. Shrug the shoulders, big breath in. Open mouth, exhale, drop. Again. All right, my friends, I hope you enjoyed our time. Make sure you check it out. I will be uploading a few more videos in the next couple of days. As always, carve a little extra time, in your busy schedule to take care of yourself, to reset again, to be able to let go of that autopilot, and yeah, now make sure you come down to your back, relax your legs, your arms, close your eyes or find a soft gaze and really give yourself permission to just receive, to integrate. That's such a huge part of yoga, right? It's the most important thing is to be able to just relax and receive. All right? Thank you so much for allowing me to guide you on your mat. May you have peace, may you be happy, may you be free. From my heart to yours, namaste.